Trucking is seeing some tough times right now, but in my opinion, trucking is still one of the best industries, and the reason for that is because the amount of time that it takes to get licensed, the cost of what it takes to get licensed, and the income potential within your first year after getting licensed just make trucking such a favorable industry for me. That's just my opinion. And even though trucking is going through a lot in 2022, I believe and I know that there's ways that you can still win in trucking. And one of those ways, and this is for the new people, this is for the people who don't own equipment, for the people who just got into trucking, or for the people who are in trucking but don't own equipment. The way you win in 2022 is by not buying equipment. Equipment is overpriced and equipment is scarce right now. So what that has done essentially is inflated the prices to a insane high, an insane price for everything. So the way that you win in trucking right now for the people who don't own equipment, are new to trucking, or about to get in trucking is don't buy anything in 2022. 2022, don't buy anything and work for someone who's going to pay you top dollar, because a lot of companies are going to pay you over $1,500, close to $2,000 per week when you get a CDL, you have some experience, and you're running for them pretty hard. Another way that you win in trucking, and this is for the people who are looking for equipment, who just, want equipment now, and that's to find private sellers. And private sellers are small owner operators or small companies or people who are not, associated with a dealership, because dealerships are overpricing and raising, the prices of trailers and equipment and trucks to just crazy prices. So you will want to find private sellers through like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and a couple other websites online where there's just you, the buyer and the seller, and you have a little more negotiating power. And if you come in with cash, it's easier to get a better price on equipment if you're coming with cash instead of financing. Another way that you can win in trucking, this is for the people that own equipment, is you just got to reroute yourself. So if you were going over the road, now try regional and try to go to places where you're getting a high rate per mile, and you're going to places where the fuel isn't as expensive. Trucking is still one of the best industries in my opinion, if not the best, and it's still ways that you can win in trucking. And I would say the #1 way that you win in trucking is just through patience and research. And that's what I think that this year is doing for a lot of people. It's forcing people to be patient, because there's low inventory. There's, a lack of parts. There's a lack of workers. There's a lack of production. There is a scarcity of pretty much everything, and it's making a lot of people stagnant, and it's stalling a lot of people. So that stalling or that, waiting period is making people do a little more research. It's making people think a little bit longer. It's making people save up a lot more money. So it's possible to win in trucking. And when you don't own equipment in markets like this, it takes a lot of stress off of your back, because just being an owner myself, talking to other owners, a lot of owners are in stressful states of mind right now, because their profits aren't the same. They're fearful of what's to come. They have a lot of pressure. They have a lot of responsibility, and they're going through a lot. But when you're a driver, you don't have that same stress. You don't have that same pressure, and that alleviates a lot of tension inside, and that relieves a lot of doubt and fear and anxiety, which allows you to focus more. So you can focus more on your vision, you can focus more on your plan, you can focus more on saving, you can focus more on learning when you don't own equipment. So it's great to go drive for somebody else and make that $1,500 to $2,000 per week and stack your bread. And if it take a year to get out of this, or to see a pop in this inflated bubble, or it takes 2 years for this market to crash, at least you will have a year of experience or 2 years of experience with a year or two of savings. And then when you do go to purchase equipment, now the market is going to level back out. Now equipment is going to be more affordable. Now you're going to have more knowledge. Now you're going to have, you know what I'm saying, just some type of foundation under you. So what I want people to understand is trucking is still great. Still get your CDL. Still understand that there's ways that you can win. But the number one way you're going to lose and was when you start overpaying for underpriced equipment. So if you paying $100,000 for a truck that's only worth $40,000, you lost. If you start rushing, if you're not learning, if you're not networking, and honestly, I feel like a lot of people are going to get themselves in situations just off of excitement and off of, hype, and just go buy something that's overpriced. And they may not find out today. They may not find out next week. They may not find out next month, but they're going to find out eventually that you can't rush this trucking stuff. And if you made it to the end of this video, I'm going to need you to comment TRF win, because when you are a winner, you find out a way to win every single time. Also, like this video for the YouTube algorithm, and then lastly, subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notified every time I drop a video. I will see y'all in the next one.